Hello there, everyone. Good evening. Welcome in. My name is Darlene. I thought I'd do a midweek check-in. I love reading check-in for you guys. And I might do a couple of mini reads if somebody wants those. I'm getting a late start tonight, though, so I won't be here too late, hopefully. Let me pull myself up over here so I can see the chat. Awesome. Okay, great. And hope everybody's doing well out there tonight. I've had a busy but good week myself, so I hope you have too. It's hotter than, I can't think of what, but if you here in Alabama this week, and that's normal for us this time of year, but you know, it's not the heat here, it's the heat and the humidity that makes it so difficult. So you know, it's tricky. It's tricky here to, I'd rather the heat though, all day long versus cold. I'm not a cold person. Can't even think about it. Okay, I am not doing free readings tonight. I don't know if I'll be here tonight or tomorrow. I mean, excuse me, tomorrow's Thursday or Friday night, and I'll do a free reading that night. Tonight I'm doing a midweek check-in in love for the collective is what I'm doing. And partly because I'm getting such a late start tonight. I had intended to be here 2 hours ago, but here I am. So if you will, okay, come back, like I said, tomorrow night or Friday night. Thank you, love. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Of course, I don't know, Kay. Stick around. This might be relative. I don't know. I've had some interesting offline readings, tarot readings, the last 24 hours especially, but the last couple of days. And so I'm thinking something is happening here. I know, Ronell, that's something is happening in the field, in the matrix here. Something is shifting. Aha, Mish. How are you tonight? How are you having a good visit with your parents? Samuel, I am from Alabama, USA. Yeah, I got a much later start than I had planned to tonight, but here I am, so I'm not going to be here long. You know, I always say that. But I don't know, they've just been, oh, they already left. Okay. I don't know, you didn't mention how long they were going to be there. I just kind of assumed they'd be there kind of most of the week, but I hope it was a good visit. I'm sure they loved being with the boys, right? They don't come to see you anymore. They come to see the grandkids. Is how that works, right? Oh, my goodness. Oh, you did, yeah. All right, I'm going to jump on into this. Let's see. Wait, no. I guess I should post this thing. I keep forgetting to do that every time. I don't think I'm going to do a lot tonight because I'm, whoosh. But we'll see. We'll see. Hang on one second. Let me copy and paste this. Yeah, I've had a couple of interesting offline readings that have, it's been like, what is going on? So I thought, you know, it'd be a good time to pull a little collective reading. Okay, there we go. All right, so what we're asking is, what is going on here in love for my collective, my audience here, whoever's going to find this? What? Let's see, that's kind of general. I sort of want to know. I know what. Let's ask what's going on with your person, whoever that is for you guys. Male or female, doesn't matter. Your romantic person. What's going on in romance with your romantic person? Okay. Do you not want to talk to me? I might have to get a different deck. Ooh. Okay. Oh my goodness. So the couple of offline readings I did this week, your person was getting a tower and they were getting some, So that's what I wanted to kind of see. Yeesh. Hey Derek, how are you tonight? Welcome in. Wow. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Okay, hang on. Let me get this picture. Somebody's in it. 1 second, y'all. Hang on 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Somebody is in it. That's all I can say. By the way, welcome to everybody who's here. I want to focus on the reading, so I probably will miss saying hello to everybody, but I've got great moderators here that are going to do that for me. Thank heavens for them. Well, now, there's no gender in tarot. Let's bear that in mind. But I have two queens here and a 7 of swords right in the middle of this. So the surface story looks like this. Somebody got caught doing something. This is the card of deception, lying and cheating. Now just look at the posture of these two queens. This one is upside down, reversed, meaning, and this is the Queen of Wands. She is not a happy person when she's reversed. She's not even particularly nice when she's upright, but not my favorite queen. She's oftentimes called the third-party queen if we're looking into third-party situations. So for some of you out there, that's what this is looking like. Somebody got caught. Somebody got caught this week. Just what can I tell you? Again, there's no gender in tarot, so these could be men, these could be women, but I'm just saying that's what's on the card here. The Queen of Wands is a very self-absorbed, selfish, jealous type of woman, or man, whatever, person. The Queen of Swords, who's looking over at this one, with Sneaky Dicky here in the middle, she's willing to hear what needs to be said because her sword is in the upright and she has her hand extended, but her posture's like, I have my sword ready. You come and tell me your case. You state your case, but you better watch. I've got a very sharp sword here and I will use it if needed. It's kind of her energy. I don't always get that from her, but I do in this case. So I got two people with some kind of deception that happened in the middle. Now this was in reverse, which can say somebody wants to make amends for that said deception. At the bottom of the deck, though, interestingly, I have somebody hightailing it out of there, heading for the hills as fast as they can in their chariot. Because they've been knocked to their knees, I'm going to say it that way. The Strength card in reverse. Wow, they are tucking their tail between their legs and running for the hills, whoever this is. Because I think they got caught manipulating somebody or some situation. Or this can even be like a con man or woman person. Goodness me. And now it's caused whomever here to be all up in their heads, overthinking this situation, because it looks to me like this has caused some kind of an ending here. Goodness. I mean, goodness. And this is the card also of betrayal. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, which is bad fortune. Things not going your way in a big way, because the truth has come out. The clarity is being seen by these people now, and it's caused a straight up heartache. This is a broken heart, y'all. And if this was a long-term relationship or some kind of a committed relationship or home environment, it's upside down now. There is a great deal of disharmony there. Again, this is the twin flame soulmate card. It's in reverse, but this can also represent a long-term relationship. Yeah, the story just keeps going. Oh my goodness. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Certainly a loss of stability, maybe even money. And there's been some spying going on with these. Wow. Wow, it's the tea this week. It's the, I don't know, this is more like Margaritaville over here, isn't it? It's not always this naughty in here, but it seems, I mean, I'm not laughing at y'all's situation if this is resonating. It's just, wow. It just was like down and dirty out of the gate here. Let me see what else wants to come out. Hey, Nancy, how are you doing, sweetheart? How's your week been so far? Oh, yeah. The story keeps going. Somebody's been kicked out and out in the cold here. Feeling rather abandoned. My goodness. I know, Mary, it is. It's hot and steamy in here. Goodness me. I don't typically get these kind of readings, but I have, like I said, my offline readings have been kind of like this last couple of days. So I wanted to, I was curious what was going to happen here. Well, all right, all right. Of course they're sorry. It's kind of like that, isn't it, Firestar? You have been served. Maybe not by the court, but I think karma has hit somebody this week. Oof. So now I have well, and it's interesting that the Five of Pentacles is falling underneath this Queen of Wands, right? So that can say maybe that's the one who's out in the cold, and that would make sense that she's in reverse. The Seven of Wands is underneath the Seven of Swords. 777, y'all. 7-7. So whoever this person that might have a little bit of regret for what they did, or that maybe they just got caught. Maybe they're saying they want to make amends. Probably was trying to stand their ground in some form or fashion, defend their stance, defend the high ground, if it were, saying, but this is what I want. This is my happiness. I need to do this for my happiness. Sorry, y'all, realize I'm shaking the table there. That could be this, oops, Queen of Swords. She was in the upright. Queen of Swords here is probably standing up and saying, you know what? I've seen the truth now, and I know I'm in the right. I know I have the high ground here, and that's, I'm standing for my happiness here. So there was somebody here. I have an Emperor in reverse. This is somebody who's, he's very controlling and not in other words, the Emperor in the upright, he's an authority. He's the Emperor of a land, right? He's always in charge. But when he's in the reverse, it means he wants to control things in too much so, like in a dominating kind of not a healthy way. And that could have caused a lack of passion here for one of these people that's in this situation. They could have said, I don't want that. I don't want anything to do with either that. So I've got an emperor and two queens here, just saying. And this emperor could have said, because he could be saying, I lost control here. That's another meaning of this emperor in reverse. I lost complete control of this situation, didn't I? And maybe these queens are saying, I don't have passion for this emperor anymore, or vice versa. But because somebody here was playing mind games. Mind games. Time Traveler, the answer to that question, it's pinned at the top of the chat or in the description box, either way. Well, someone else is saying, but I want to work on this. I want to I want to invest in this deal. And then the other person is saying, so you got three people here, and then the other person is having extreme anxiety, depression. This is sleepless nights. Yeah, because somebody here has made a choice. This looks like either somebody was outed or somebody has chosen one of these queens over the other, is what it looks to me like. Yeah. So I don't know who's choosing who. That's not clear yet. But somebody here's definitely getting to justice, because they were tired. I mean, they were tired of this heavy, heavy burden and tired of this Three of Swords. That's what this, oh my gosh, look. Yep. So they brought the tower down, and now somebody's saying, oh crap, what'd I do? What have I done? Wow. Oh my goodness. Somebody has been outed here this week, y'all. I had a feeling that's what was going on. I had a feeling. But there's more to the story. I feel it. Let me see what else wants to come out. I feel it. There's more. Show me more. Somebody's getting single here this week, y'all. This is the Nine of Pentacles, single and free to pursue. Yep, being liberated because they were tired of being disappointed. Yep. Somebody here is going after other options. They've gotten a new perspective, and they're not starting over with whatever this thing is because it didn't make them happy. They're pulling away. Hermit. Oh, and there's the Death card, being another card that represents liberation. They're listening to their intuition. Give me one more, please. Oops. Now, I will have to say, this Seven of Swords can also mean strategy. Can also mean, so maybe this, whichever one who's liberating somebody else has had this strategy for a while, and this was just the week that the hammer fell, so to speak, right? Yep. Someone here is putting an end to something. I think it may be something, maybe they're done waiting. They're done waiting on someone to collaborate with them, something to come together, like a relationship potentially, or an agreement, or somebody taking it to the next level. Maybe they weren't getting that. And they're saying, oh, okay, that's how you want it, that's fine. You can just deal with karma over there. Now, the Judgment card, actually in the upright, can talk about reconciliation, but it can talk about an awakening. It's basically the angel, not in this deck, but the angel Gabriel blowing his horn, and there are people who are in coffins being raised from the dead. So this is an awakening for somebody, or a reawakening. Probably this, because it's falling under this Queen of Swords here. So whoever is wielding that sword of truth, yep. So if this was, and I presume it is because of the card, some kind of a long-term relationship or committed relationship of some kind, it looks like it's coming to an end. The Hierophant in reverse, because of a lot of conflict that was going on here behind the scenes. Yep. Well, that's just some tea, isn't it? Speaking of tea, let me have a sip. Hey, Derek, how you doing tonight, sweetie? Yep, it's so funny. That post that I made about love yourself, your hot tea, that came out of nowhere. That's not like me. Y'all that know me, I've never posted anything like that. I might start, I don't know, but that just came out of nowhere, and my team said, just post that. Just go and post that. And here we are talking about hot tea. Oh, my goodness. It's kind of funny. You're just chilling before bed. Well, all right, me too. That's what I do to chill before bedtime too, Derek. Oh, me. Well, thank you for dropping in. I appreciate you always. Oops. You will have to type in English or translate into English for us, Raposa. I know I always think that, but you know, Spirit has other plans for me. I just show up. Somebody here wants something new, or maybe somebody got a new offer from somebody and said, I think I'm just going to take this new offer and put an end to this nonsense because somebody here is transforming. Now, this did fall under this Seven of Swords. So maybe somebody here, again, is making strategy and they're just not going to stand for this, whoever this relationship is with, it. They're just experiencing such disappointment in, very likely saying, no, this has got to change. I'm out of here. This has got to change. And they're going for their own personal victory here. Derek, what were you saying? You can't type? You're doing fine as far as I can see. Yep. Man, I wish there was some other way I could read these cards, but there just isn't. Goodness. I mean, for me, maybe some other reader would, but goodness. Two of Pentacles. I am overwhelmed, and I really feel like I need to put all this juggling down. I just tell you. Like I'm over it. So I think this Queen of Swords might have delivered some very difficult news. This is often challenging or bad news even to someone in their past or from their past, or somebody that could have involved children in a family situation, and she said, I am no longer happy here. I am no longer happy. This is whatever I thought this was going to be. My Ten of Cups is an illusion. And she's calling it done. This is the Lovers in reverse is breaking up to me. Whoever this is has decided they are assessing and evaluating what they want for the long term. And it appears to not be this. Star in reverse. No, this is, I've lost hope here. Somebody here, I think, took too long. I'll say it like that. Either didn't come in at all, took too long, procrastinated till the cows came home, and now somebody here is leaving, saying, I'm taking myself, I'm moving to calmer shores, and they are telling the other person all about that. Yeah, there clearly was no equal reciprocity or balancing whichever one of these relationships, and they're saying, no, there's that Wheel of Fortune in reverse again. This has made me unhappy. It's brought us unhappiness, and that's the truth. I'm going to go seek my own love, fill my own cup now. And I'm letting go of this situation. I mean, every time I shuffle the cards and then I circle back to that, wow. Wow, okay. Yee. Well, so I don't know which part you guys are playing in my collective for my viewers here. I don't know which part. You could be wielding this sword here this week, or you could be the recipient and you could be this very unhappy Queen of Wands over here. I don't know. You'll have to put the story where it fits. But someone here says, I'm tired of juggling. I'm tired of this. I'm putting an end to it. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Ooh, Nikita, really? I know I don't know astrology, but it sure feels like there's been a big shift in the energy this week. And we have a full moon today. Full moons are about letting go. Or, yeah, yesterday, today. Full moons are about letting go, releasing things that no longer serve you, and you know, starting over. So I think that's what somebody out there in my collective is doing this. Oof. Any advice for my collective on how to handle this situation? Please and thank you. Hi, Desi. How are you tonight? So glad you're back. Oh, Nikita, that's so kind. Thank you. Well, I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for dropping in. Aw. That is so very kind. Thank you. I do try. I just kind of show up and do me here, and I don't know what else to do but be me. But thank you. That's very sweet. All right. Do you have any advice here? Oh, Nikita, you're going to make me cry, sweetie. That's so sweet. Thank you. What's that saying? I is what I is and I ain't what I ain't. Y'all are too kind, too kind. All right, do you not want to talk? Should I get another deck? Are you tired, honey? Do you need a rest? All right, do you have any advice for my collective? One more. Okay, we'll get another deck. This one wants to take a nap, I guess. Do you have any advice for my collective? Well, don't do this. Well, okay. So if you were the one who got caught or who has done maybe something you think you shouldn't have, because that can be what this Nine of Swords means, you clearly are in a space of wanting to make amends. So as far as advice, it's saying do that. Make amends. Do what you need to do. Say what you need to say. Make it right. Make it right. What else would you like to say for my collective? Which one? I is what I is and I ain't what I ain't. 1L, is that your line? Yep. You are stressed the heck out. because you did something you shouldn't have done, whomever. This is that same Seven of Swords that came out, the lying, the cheating, some kind of deception here. And now you're feeling bad about it and probably want to make amends or should make amends. Yeah, Spirit's saying you need to make the choice to be strong. Take a time out if you need to. Take a time out a little bit. Take a breather if you need to. But you need to make a choice here to show some love. To remember, this card came out where I said this person was probably looking back at, might be children involved here, to this Queen of Swords. Yeah. You need to bring harmony to the situation. Because you, I guess it's you collective, judging by the cards, have decided you don't want to invest in this relationship anymore. And that's hurting somebody. And so you need to, well, there's been clarity shown, but that's the truth. But also I think you need to bring the truth. You need to bring the truth. This page of Pentacles talks about that. He's a student. It means he's learned his lesson. And he comes forward with an offer. He comes forward with an offer. He needs to make the offer telling the truth, in my humble opinion. So again, I don't know who this is for. But somebody done somebody wrong this week. Or they got caught, whatever, I don't know. Do any of you guys, resonate? I know Nikita, I think it was, said it's resonating. Anybody else? Has this happened? If not, it could be about to happen. Yeah, there's that Seven of Swords, Seven of Pentacles from a different deck. I'm not investing in this. This is not what I want for the long term. It clearly has broken somebody's heart here. Yeah, this is in the upright too. Yeah, that's the truth. This truth, another way to read that is this truth has broken somebody's heart. Yeah, they learned something. That what they learned, that somebody here was juggling, very probably. Now, this isn't for everybody, guys. Of course not. Of course it's not for everybody. This is just for those who know there's another person or about to. Oh, Nikita, it did happen. I'm so sorry, love. You're saying that's very accurate for you. I am so sorry you're going through this. And, you know, for all the joking around I do that sometimes because it helps to break the energy. The energy's so heavy. So I'm not laughing at your situation. Please understand. It just helps to break the energy up. Yeah, well, this is no easy thing. But you know what? The truth is coming out, and it's better to know the truth. That's saying the truth will out sooner or later. So whoever this is needs to make amends for this, for sure. They need to tell the truth about maybe why they weren't willing to invest in this for the long term. Oh, Mary, that's an interesting situation. 3 male friends. Well, may the best man win. Wynell had this, we were talking about a situation. And you know, I'm always talking about manifestation here on my channel. And we were talking about a man and a situation that was changing, and it was so funny how she wrote it. And I know, Mish, you'll appreciate this. She wrote man, M-A-N, space, letter O, space, F-E-S-T, manifest. I thought that was Hysterical. I gotta post that somewhere. I'm gonna borrow that. No, I'm gonna steal that one now. That was hysterical. But but in a clever, serious way too. It applies. Oh, good. I know. Man, oh, fest. Oh, hey, Desi, thank you for helping out with that. Desi, I need good moderators. You want to be a moderator? It looks like you got it going on already. Anything else you want to tell my collective tonight? Maybe not. Okay, we'll go this way and see. Hey, Cherie, good evening. Yep, somebody's getting clarity about this, for sure, for sure. Thank you, Nikita. I know. I mean, you just can't, especially if you're the reader, it's hard to sit in this heavy energy. So you kind of, so appreciate you understanding. I would never make fun or make light of somebody's hurting. Yep, somebody here is finally getting clarity. This is the sleepless nights, anxiety, and stress. But when the Eight of Swords comes out in reverse, it's saying, I'm done thinking about that. I've finally gotten clarity. Maybe you might hear from this person. That's the card of communication. Or you might, excuse me, this is advice. Forgot my question there for a second. All right. Let me get a few more cards here and we'll wrap this up. Desi, that's so sweet. Thank you. Sure you don't want to be a moderator, Desi? No, Nikita, I would not. I mean, I joke around, but I don't ever wouldn't do that intentionally. Okay, give me just a couple more cards, please, Spirit. Let's wrap this up for my collective. There you go. Now, that's some good advice. Something new's coming or you're going after something new, collective. That's the advice. Yeah. You're done playing mind games here, or done being the recipient of somebody playing mind games with you. You want something new. Please and thank you. Yeah, you're seeing your own worth here. Look, this is the Queen of Cups. You're seeing your own worth. I love it. Yep. Seeing your own worth, putting this heartbreak behind you. When it's in the reverse, it's saying you're healing from that. Yep. No more, I want to say cloudiness and lack of truth, as it were, from this person who just simply refused to move forward. But got caught anyway, apparently. Well, and as advice, as advice, this is saying you make a strategy. You make a strategy. And I know it's hard. You're not going to be able to not think about this and reminisce. You can always choose to remember the good times, right? But don't get really stuck in that. Don't let those thoughts keep you stuck. Okay, one more and we'll wrap it up here. Oh, that's a whole lot. Do we want to oh, look at them. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Good. All right, this is good news. So we asked about advice. So Spirit's saying, focus on you. Focus, if you need to get busy work just to distract yourself, that's fine too. But focusing on your stability. This is the King of Pentacles. Focusing on your stability, taking care of you. And let this knucklehead do whatever he's going to do. King of Wands in reverse, just like that Queen of Wands in reverse. This is somebody that is very self-serving, selfish, only cares about themselves. Let that person, ride off into the sunset. Stand your ground. Remember that this came out earlier. Fight for that high ground because you've earned it. Because that person is very likely not willing to change, not willing to surrender, not willing to get a new perspective. And yeah, and then we've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So she actually is, can be needy, greedy, not a good money manager, not good at nurturing. This person's not going to take care of you. They're not going to be reciprocal. Let them go, Spirit says. Let them go. Wish them well on their way, but let them go. Put this heavy burden down, collective. If you were on the receiving end of this, put it down. If you were on the giving end of it, stop it. Stop juggling. Stop it. Don't give up hope. Keep hope alive. Your wishes and dreams can still come true, but you need to listen to your intuition. You listen to your intuition, and this is also saying there are things that you cannot see yet. There is remorse and regret. Yes, there is. But, nothing's really happening. There's probably no communication happening now. Somebody's made the choice. Somebody's made the choice. It's like they've made their bed, now they have to lie in it. They've made their bed. There will be no new start with most of you. They have made their bed. So, collective, woo, somebody is in it this week. They have stepped in it, and sadly, they spread it around this week. Woo, lordy, lordy. Well, I'm sorry for those of you that are having to deal with Christine saying, putting it down. Thank you, putting it down. Amen, Christine. This has happened to you, or whatever side you're on it. Yep, put it down. Walk away. Start something new. That's what this is saying. Or prepare yourself. Heal so that you can be ready for something new coming into you. Yes. Yeah, for those of you just tuning in, this was a collective reading. In other words, it's a midweek check-in for the viewers that find this, a collective reading. So if you came in late, you might want to rewind and replay it. It was a love reading. Because I had been pulling some readings offline, and it was saying there's a shakeup, there's a something in the force had shifted, and there's a glitch in the matrix happening. And there was. Oh, that's so good. I love tea. All right. Anybody have a question about anything metaphysical or esoteric I can help with? Just sort of in general, not a personal question reading, but in general on that subject. I'm happy to discuss anything you want to talk about. If I don't know about it, I'll tell you. I don't know everything. Just shock and awe. I don't know everything. Thank you, Christine. God bless you too, sweetheart. God bless you too. All of y'all. Everybody. Thank y'all for being here. Mariah, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. You're a powerful creator. Don't be tempted to live life being a victim, meaning getting stuck in what's already happened. Point your ship forward. Point your energy and your focus forward. Start affirming what you want in your life and telling a new story. Telling the story like you want life to be, like you already have it. That's kind of one of the secrets of manifestation. May Max, you're saying that sounds like your reading too? Well, I'm sorry you're going through that, truly. Did you, Desi? You watched them? What did you think? I could just literally, I have in the past done, just gone down that rabbit hole for days watching those, because once it started clicking for me, it's just like, oh, I get it now. I get it now. Well, Mary, that's true to an extent. I believe that too. There is no, we just change bodies, but we don't really ever die. See, and she uses so many different references, Desi, that, that's why I like for people to kind of do their own research, because you'll be drawn to videos that you will resonate with. And she uses all these different, like that one, for example, consciousness being a river. Yes. Yeah, she uses, like railroad tracks is another one. She says, you either, which way are you going on the tracks, So, you're welcome, Mary. Thank you for being here. And hello from back to India, World Natural Phytomedicine. Good evening. Oh, did you take notes? Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Because it took me, I understood intellectually the concept she was giving, but I think it took me 2 years to connect, to really get it from my mind down into my true understanding, and to start really, it's like I had an aha moment one time about the emotional component. And then it was 5 years later before I heard Joe Dispenza talking about that. Because he talks about when we have a desire, it goes into the quantum field. It's like a thought, a desire or a thought being the same thing, is an electrical charge. When we have it, it goes into the quantum field. And then the magic, if you will, that gets it out of the quantum field and back down here in our 3D world where we can experience is the emotions. So our emotions are a magnet that pulls it to us. So, if we're down here in poor Meville, we're not going to get the, oh, yayville. So that took me a while to really incorporate that into my practice more. But once I got it, it's so powerful. I'm telling you, it is the gas in the tank. You're saying I watched the manifestation playlist because y'all told me how manifestation can really change the situation. Amen. Yeah, I remember doing a reading. I don't remember exactly what the reading was, but I remember doing the reading for you. I felt so free after watching those videos, Desi. I'm so glad and so happy for you. Well, you know why? I think because it liberates you. You realize when you finally understand about manifestation that you're not a victim. Things happen, but that's in the past. You're not a victim. You actually can change the course of your future, right? Yes. Yes, she does talk about blaming others, and they're no bit of good. Ooh, Mish has a good question. What is my favorite tarot card? And why? I would say I have 3, and they all are Scorpio cards. Well, that's not true. They're not all Scorpio. I'm going to say maybe the Death card, not because I'm a Scorpio, and it represents transformation. And as a Scorpio, I can really relate to, because even though it says death on the card, it's death so that you can have new beginnings. You can start new. It's never just for me as a reader. And as a Scorpio, we're all about transformation. And so, and that's a big part of why we're here. Every soul needs to transform. Every soul needs to grow and evolve and become more of you. And so without that, we're just cruising to nowheresville, you know. So I guess that would be my favorite. Let's see. I mean, there were more fun cards, more lighthearted cards, but I just really relate to that one. Good question, Mish, always. Mary saying hers is the Queen of Swords. I'm not sure why. Maybe you can. Well, she is brilliant. Thank you, Matthew. That's so sweet. Thank you for that donation. You're so kind. Oh my gosh. Well, I just love you to pieces for being here too. Thank you, Matthew. That is, I love you. Thank you. You're so sweet. Thank y'all. Thank you, Matthew. What was I saying? You rattled me in a good way. Queen of Swords. I think probably because she's honest, truthful. She's a great communicator. She's a clear communicator. She doesn't tolerate BS. You know, she cuts out what doesn't serve her and doesn't have a lot of emotions about it. It doesn't mean she's cold. It just means that sometimes she goes in, like the King of Swords, it's more mind over heart. And so she makes good, clear decisions. That's kind of what the sword represents, is communication and cutting things out that don't serve. So maybe that's what you're relating to. Yep. Yes, Desi, that's right. She does indeed. I know it. We're kind of Scorpio heavy in my channel, and that's fine. I'm happy with that too. Oh, Desi, that's why you fit in here so well. You're a Scorpio too. Should have known. Should have known. Hey, Tony, good evening to you and good vibes back to you in San Antonio. So, Matthew, you're saying your wife is a Scorpio and you're a Virgo. Well, that's an interesting combination. I'm not an astrologer, but I've never even, to my knowledge, known a Virgo like as a friend. So I'm not really sure what they're like. But I'm sure you have other things in your chart that make it work. Oh, Lord, Mish. Well, I'm not an expert on that question. I'll tell you what little I know. Mish has asked, what is the importance of having a north node? Y'all Google this, please. I may have it wrong. It's, if I'm not mistaken, the north node, you've got a north and a south node. They are the midpoints between, they're not actual physical astrological things like planets. They are points in the heaven, and I believe they're halfway points, midpoints between the moon and the sun. Somebody knows this, please jump in and correct me. The south node, if I'm remembering correctly, talks about where you've been, what experience you bring to this lifetime. The north node is your destiny. It's where you need to be going, the direction you need to be heading. That's, let me see. Yeah, where your, Desi, that's right. The south node is your past, where your past life was, right? And then the north node is like I said, your destiny, where you're headed, where you're meant to head, what you kind of need to work on, and the direction you need to point yourself, and what you need to accomplish in this lifetime is more aligned with where your north node is. I would say that's correct. Misha's saying, I've heard it's what we're becoming in this lifetime with the north node. Yes. Brianna is a Scorpio on the cusp with Sagittarius. We'll count you as a Scorpio. That's fine, Brianna. Just hold that other foot up when you're standing in Scorpio land over here. Your North Node is in Virgo. Again, I just don't know if I've known other, excuse me, Virgos. I don't know much about them. That's right. Now that you said that, Dizzy, I do remember hearing that. The North and South Node of the dragon's head and tail. Yes, now that you say that, I remember. Thank you for helping out with that. Mm-hmm. Good discussion, Mish. Good discussion, yes. So find out where your North Node is and what house it's in, and that will tell you what you need to be working on this lifetime. You'll probably already be drawn to those things anyway. Hey, Deborah, good evening. Your son is a Virgo, and Eli's a Virgo with the moon in Scorpio. Daisy said, my partner's a Capricorn. Tony, Lord knows, he's so focused on work. Capricorns aren't they? I'm trying to remember. I knew a Capricorn once. Pretty big workaholic. Hey, Priyanka, how are you tonight? Let's see. North Node is in Gemini in the 9th house. Well, is that being, now that Uranus has moved into Gemini, you're probably having some shifts in your life too, right? Along with Saturn, oh no, Lord knows it takes me forever to reach my goals. Well, I guess Saturn's teaching a lot of patience, right? Like it or not, right? Saturn, the taskmaster, the teacher. Nikita, yeah, you can just put if you've had your chart done, most people will put that in there. Not all astrologers do, but I'm sure you can find that out. Scorpio and Libra. I don't know in terms of a romantic relationship. Again, y'all, I am not an astrologer. My mother was a Libra and I'm a Scorpio, and we got along fabulously, so I don't know. Well, and it depends, Mish, like what house everything's in. Again, it's way over my head. Astrology is very complex. Yes, and your moon is conjunct the part of Saturn. Wow, wow. That's a whole lot. Yeah, I'm not an astrologer. It's not my wheelhouse. I listen to it. I know they affect me. I went to bed early. For example, I went to bed early last night. Well, at a good time for me. I think I was in bed by 9:30 my time. And I was tired and I was ready to go to sleep. And I lay there and I went almost to sleep, and then I woke up, and then I went almost to sleep, and I woke, and it was like 11:30 before I finally went into deep sleep. And then this morning I thought, why in the world? What? Nothing, no reason, nothing. I wasn't worried. There was nothing on my mind. Oh, guess what? We have a full moon. That explains it. Yeah, so I just forgot it was a full moon, and that affects me. So I know I'm affected by a lot of it. I don't know the particulars of it. Well, again, I'm not an astrologer. Misha's asking if partners have same signs as you in moon or planets, it makes it more intense or something. Well, yeah, it can make it more intense, or it can make it, depends on the other things in their chart. It can make it depending on where each party's planets are, what's going on in the heavens. There's just so many variables, so that's very general statement. It can, but I wouldn't say that's by any means always the case that it makes it more intense. It might make it more amicable. It might make it more harmonious, depending on where the planets are and what the planets are. So you couldn't sleep either? No. I wondered. I figured you had, yeah, no reason. Just the moon was full. Victor, what about Scorpios? Well, that's right. Squaring aspects. Yep. Deborah's saying, I'm a Scorpio, but really not a fan of male Scorpios. I, to my knowledge, have only ever dated one male Scorpio, and it was brief, and I can't really say I knew him well enough to comment on that. But I've heard other people say 2 Scorpios, that's a lot of intense energy, yeah. Oh, Lord. Mish, you need to get a life. I love you so much. Mish is staying awake in the middle of the night, can't sleep, and she's just watching my videos. God bless her. I love her. I know, that's probably what I should have done. I probably just should have gotten up out of bed and come on in here and said, hey, y'all, anybody else awake? I should make a note to do that next time, actually. Oh, Fortune, thank you for saying that, and I wish you many blessings along your journey. Oh, really? Venus and Scorpio in Venus. Oh. Well, Scorpios anyway. Scorpios, it's all or nothing with us. It's all or nothing. You've never been loved. You've been loved by Scorpio people. Just saying. Like it or not. And most of our exes always come back for one reason or another. Start a full moon live. I could so do that. I really could. I'm going to have to look at the calendar and see when the next one is. Jammies and tea. I know it. Jammies and tea, full moon live. Lord, I wonder what would come out of my mouth. Oh, goodness. And all the planets as a Scorpio. Yeah, it's a lot of intense. Yeah. Well, and directness, which people don't. Some people think Scorpios are like aloof and kind of cold, and really we're just direct. We just don't kind of beat around the bush about things. See, I know, Desi, it's a thing. I'm not making that up. It's a thing with Scorpios. Desi's saying, Lord knows my partner can't stay away for long. Uh-huh. It's a thing. They might complain about us, and then they have a hard time letting go. Yeah, the full moon thing might be lots of trolls, but yeah, probably would. Yeah, that's the only thing about it. Oh, well, I don't know. That's right. Maybe they'll be asleep. I love that. I can hear that song. Bring me a higher, I can't sing. Bring me a higher love. Yes, please. What are the most compatible signs for Victor? Well, again, it kind of depends on what you what you have in your chart, your other aspects. For example, because you have our sun sign, a rising sign, and your moon sign are 3 big dominant ones. Your moon sign represents really where your emotions are. So for me, I'm a double Scorpio. My sun and rising sign are in Scorpio, but my moon is in Aries. I love Aries. I mean, I literally have had 2 husbands and 1 long-term relationship that were Aries. So, but that's because that's what I know. It's familiar. It's comforting. It's it's easier because I know that thing. It feels, I relate to it. So it kind of depends again what you got in your chart elsewhere. Well, yeah, wait a minute, I was trying to catch back up here in there. Yeah, earth and water. Wait, somebody said something I was going to. Maria says, they also make good lovers. Yes, yes, they do. We do. Why do you think they keep coming back, honey? I'm just saying. That's one of the reasons they keep coming back. Hey, Jay, when'd you get here? How you doing? Sending you a big virtual hug over in California. Yeah, because I can't help you with that Virgo thing. I'm just totally at a loss with that Virgo thing, Mish. Hey, Jay, I love that. Mama darling. Yep, Mama D here in the house. Good evening, Nikita. Thank you for dropping by and giving us your good energy tonight. And Wolf and Micah, good evening. Mom and Dad are both Scorpios. Wow. Yeah, I know, Desi. It goes with YouTube here. If you're talking about the chat, it goes with YouTube. That's why I keep trying to convince you to be a moderator. I need more help with that. Growing up, none of my family, I don't think, that I know of, had Scorpio in their chart. I love that series, Jay. How to Train Your Dragon. I watched that with my grandkids when they were old, like teens, older, and I love that. Such a feel-good movie. You enjoy that with your mama. Give her a hug from me. She's so blessed to have you. And I think it looks like I'm going to head on out of here anyway. Would you, Desi? That would be awesome. 1 second here. Let me. Deborah, you too? You want to help? Okay, I have waved my magic wand and you're both now moderators. You don't want me to go, Mish. Oh, Jay, it's your birthday Sunday. That's right. I've got to call my grandson. I told you my grandson's the same day as yours. I've got his gift and all that. I need to make an arrangement. I always take him out to lunch. Going to a music festival. What a great, looks like you got a whole weekend. That's awesome. Will you enjoy time with your mama and friends or whoever you're going with to the music festival, Jay? You deserve it. You work hard. You absolutely deserve it. Okay, so Deborah and Desi, notice you have a little different, you have that little wrench now? So are y'all both here? Let me tell you if you've never been a moderator, let me tell you how to make it work. That's sweet, Jay. Yes, it's hugely appreciated. Hugely. Okay, so Desi and Deborah. Where did Deborah go? Did she say she was going to? Okay. Deborah, are you here too? Let me tell y'all, it's real simple. If you see some, my rules for this channel are, okay, you have been moderator. Awesome. So I like to keep things PG-13. So my rules for this channel is we don't get into political or religious debates, and we don't allow that in the chat, spamming, people that come in here and spam. And then, of course, we don't allow, you know, inappropriate sexual things. I mean, people come in and they want to flirt. That's okay if they keep it clean. But other than that, we don't tolerate any of that stuff here. We keep it clean and we keep it supportive. I love my moderators because they do that. They support it. They talk to the people that are here so I can focus on the readings, and it makes a world of difference for me. So the way you do it is, if you see somebody that has made a comment, you just put your finger over their comment, you long press it, and there'll be a box that pops up. And in that box, you have options of what to do with them. To me, I only ever use 2. If their infraction wasn't horrible, you can put them in a timeout. It'll ask you how long. But the one that I use for the bad ones that are just clearly, you don't belong here, we don't want you here, is it'll say at the very bottom of the box, hide user on this channel. That's equivalent to blocking them. And that's, you just touch that and poof, they're gone. So that's the one we have to use a lot, sadly, because there are people who have nothing better to do than come on here and say ugly things. So, hey, Robert, good evening. Welcome in. And I appreciate y'all so very much. Okay, guys. Mish, are you out of questions? Never, she says. Never. There you go. I love it. Thank you, Mish. And my regulars and my what's the word I'm looking for? They're my foundation. Is Mish and Jay when he can be here because he works a lot, and Adia, who's here often too. And just kind of follow their lead. It's helpful, like if people are asking about readings, I get people that, because let me explain this to you, Deborah and Desi. When this video shows up, it shows up in the shorts feed. So you'll get people that scrolling in here for 20 seconds and then they're gone, and they ask a question and they, whatever. So if you can respond, like they'll think, especially if I post a reading that says I'm doing a free reading, I'll be here, I've done the free reading, I'm still here 3 hours later, and they come in and they want a free reading. So you kind of have to keep posting, free reading slot is full, but you can, you know, and you can copy and paste that pinned comment at the top. So when they ask, how do I get a reading, you can just pop that in also. But hopefully that's helpful. And if you have any questions, of course, ask. We're here. Yeah, watch Mish. That's right. She's excellent. And when Adia is here, she's excellent. And I mean, they all are. But it's kind of full time when you're here. You got it, Deborah? Okay, awesome. But yeah, follow the lead. It's really helpful when you help greet people for me, because I can't once that chat starts spinning, especially if I'm doing a reading, and yet I don't want to ignore people. It's you know, I want to build a community here. Oh, thank you, Jay. See, like Jay just did for me. He knows if he puts it in bright red X's and O's, I will see it, because I'm kind of going back and forth, so I don't always. Thank you. Probably 2. That might be, yeah. Probably 2. That sounds good. Oh, yes, and if there are any gentlemen that would like to make would like to, entertain me, you have to go through my agent, Mish. Mish is my agent. She screens all the gentlemen for me. Oh, and we have fun here. Did I mention we have fun here? 1 second, y'all. I forgot to open my PayPal thing here. You did not just do that. Mish, I don't know what to do with you, girl. I don't know if I could love you more. You are just the best supporter in the world. That's what I got to get pom-poms for you. That's right, I keep forgetting. Oh. Yep, my adopted daughter, Mish. Yep. Y'all are too funny. All right, Mish, fire away, honey. Hey, Zoran, how are you? Well, Tony, I'm sure there are lots of good people out there that you can spoil. Everybody loves to be spoiled. All right, y'all read Misha's comment there. She's getting a reading, so y'all need to cover the moderation for her so she can enjoy her reading. Thank you, Jay. Just see how they support each other? They're on it. They're on it. They're on it. 1 second here. On it, on it. Okay, girlie. What's your question? You don't know my... I don't know what to do with you. Oh, I don't know, Mish. I'll ask. I don't think that's going to be happening tonight. I'm probably too tired. Although sometimes when it's interesting, because I know you're interested in this stuff. Sometimes when I'm tired is when it comes through easier. It's weird. So let me just tune in and see. Miss, did you tell me you have a dog, by the way? I don't remember. 1, 2 dogs? 1 dog? I know you are, and you should not, and I'm gonna pay you back for this in a good way. I'm gonna pay you back for this. You shouldn't have to do that. I don't expect you to do that ever. So, Mish, you have okay. Hold up. You had 12 dogs? You mean in your lifetime, not at once, right? Whew. Wow. Wow. Oh, Desi, I'm sorry you're having such trouble. A German Shepherd who God kept alive for an extra 2 years at the same time. Oh, our puppies had, oh, I see, puppies have had 13 total dogs at once. Holy moly. And not to mention 4 boys. Jeez. Summer Revives had 10 dogs, 2 lizards, 1 hamster, 2 cats, and they've all passed. Well, you need to get some more Summer Vibes. That's a lot. No, won't do it again. 1446 on my paper class. I think we can make that work, Desi. Don't worry about it. That's just fine. Desi, that's fine. Well, I'm still just trying to plug in for Mish here. I don't know. I don't know why your dog's coming up. That's what I'm trying to figure out here. Because I was seeing a bigger dog, but it looked more like a kind of like a golden retriever type. Oh, the anniversary of his death is in August. Yeah, the anniversary of my last soulmate pet was a couple of weeks ago. Well, I'm wondering, didn't I tell you, because you know I do these readings and then I wash them. I don't. But didn't I tell you somebody was, your ancestors or something, they were sending you a dog? Did I tell you that? Seems like I remember that. I can totally imagine that, Desi. It is not a problem, I promise you. I'm not worried about that. Don't you worry about it either. It's fine. Cat? Okay, I remember something about a pet coming. I don't know why they're showing me this dog. I don't have any idea. I may have to come back to that. It's not making, I'm not connecting anything in here. Hey, Ruth, good evening. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do here. Let's pull some cards for you and see. We can ask that. Oh, Deborah, oh no. Deborah lost a pet too. It's an anniversary. Hey, QWERTY, keyboard QWERTY. Oh, let's see. Well, HD, occasionally I do, not tonight, but occasionally I do, so you can feel free to come back if you're subscribed and you have your notifications turned on. Hey, Ruth, thank you. Thank you so much for that. And guys, I think we'll cut it off there just because I'm getting such a late start tonight. Yeah, I was just trying to listen. Thank you, HC. I appreciate that. I know you're doing your homework. Yeah, and I was feeling like it probably would get just the same answers if we ask about the love stuff. So I'm in agreement with that. Let's ask something else. I think let's ask just what would your ancestors like to give you in terms of guidance? And we'll just use the tarot. How does that sound? Does that sound like a good plan? Well, Maria, that's okay. You take your time, honey. It's not the right thing for everybody, and even if it is the right thing, it might not be the right time for you. So you take your time. Okay. Well, let's see. Desi, if you're asking about that handle, it's not horrible. We'll let that pass. Well, I'm asking that specifically, Mish. Yeah, I don't always ask that. Usually it's just kind of my team. But I'm asking if they, I'm asking them if they have a message to please communicate it through my card. So the answer would be yes if they have a message for you. Let's see. I would say no, not always. It's more my team giving me messages for you. I know you'd like to know specifics about that. Oops, okay. I had a feeling this was going to be more about practical stuff for you. As opposed to spiritual. I think one time I said this on here. Yeah, you just kind of have to take each one, Desi, and not take it too personally. If I'm understanding that conversation. You had a vision of an ancestor. Oh, helping your SP. Wow. Okay. I think he probably needs that. Just saying. Hey, unicorn girl. Okay. So getting out of your head. We've alluded to that, right? Getting out of your head. Getting out of that analysis paralysis stage. Now, I ask, what is that going on here with my watch? No idea. I ask about advice. So this is advice saying you'll get more clarity when you can stop overanalyzing everything and let go a little bit. Let go. Do you know it's the can't remember where I first saw that or where it came from even. But it's like if you try to hold things in your hand because you're afraid to let go, afraid of losing them, it's like if you can imagine grains of sand in your hand, and you're holding them so tightly because you don't want them to fall out. You don't want to lose them and let go of them. At the same time you're doing that, nothing else can get in. So you need to open your hand and open your heart and open up. At the same time you're letting go. And things are going to be okay, Mishi. They're assuring you. This is the King of Pentacles. And I know you like to see the card. That's the Seven of Swords. I'm sorry, Eight of Swords in reverse. Seven of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. I'm sorry. Four of Pentacles. Ta-da! Four of Pentacles in reverse. And the King of Pentacles in the upright. So when you can kind of get out a little bit more of that analysis paralysis and you let go of some of that, you make room for good things to come in. That's when you'll start feeling this stability again. That's when you'll start, your money will turn around even. And it's saying, yeah, don't get, I talked about this a little while ago, don't get stuck in that memories of the past, woulda, coulda, shoulda a little bit here on this one. We want to keep the good memories, but we don't want to get stuck there. We don't want to get stuck ruminating all about things that we had to give up on, or things that didn't work out, or things that we felt like we could have fought harder for, but we didn't, or, second guessing ourselves. And maybe criticizing ourselves about things that we didn't learn, lessons we didn't learn, things we, again, I'm feeling a lot of woulda, coulda, shoulda here. And it's, yeah, lessons that you now have learned about things that were toxic, where, yeah, this is deception, but I feel like it's talking about you feel like you were deceived, yes, but it's like you're blaming yourself on some level for not seeing things coming. Why didn't I see that? Why didn't I see that? Deceiving yourself or being deceived. I guess I should look at your comments here. Well, I think that's it. You're saying you don't know what to let go of except feelings. Well, right. That's what they're talking about, even though this is a pentacle. Even though it's a pentacle, which talks about earthly things, yeah. Mish, this can also talk, though, about, this is the Miser card. And sometimes, I think there's a secondary message here for you. Excuse me. Because I know you've been struggling until your divorce is final. You've been struggling a bit. And Spirit's saying that homework, break that. Try not to worry. I'm going to put it that way. Try not to worry so much about this, because that's postponing, that's kicking your stability down the road. And this is what's waiting for you. This is what you can have if you let go of some of those thoughts. And it is saying, this is in the reverse. It's saying you're coming out of that. You're starting to get clarity about that. Yes, I believe that. You've done a lot of decluttering and simplifying. And I think that's what this is addressing. And it's saying, this is coming. Maybe this is just an acknowledgement more than advice. That they're seeing how hard you're working on all this. Oh, goodness. We can always thank parents for that, right? Parents that were here have a high expectation as a childhood wound. Busted open, and I got an aha moment. Yep. Yep. And did you say thank you? Probably not in the moment. Yeah, could be. What else can you tell me for Mish? All right. Ooh, well, okay. But I have to say, Scorpios don't sting unless they're given a reason. So if you stung him, I suspect that he had it coming. You left him speechless, I'll bet. Yeah. That's the thing people don't understand about Scorpios. People say, oh, you get that stinger out and this and that. Well, we don't do that unless we're provoked. You've heard me talk about that before. Oh, yeah. I guess, well, that seems reasonable. When you're crying and saying, I can't talk about something, someone keeps talking. Yeah, you snapped. I think that was understandable. Oh, Lord, and 100 degrees outside to boot. Eesh. Mm-hmm. I don't know why that... Some kind of communication here. Something... Don't know what... I might have to clarify. You've got a victory coming. That's good news. And you're going to have balance, Mish. I think this is your team. I'm surprised the star card hasn't come out. Yeah, your confidence has been knocked. Well, duh. Yes. Well, sometimes you just, that's right, Mish. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to. Yeah. Okay. I love that. So this is just, yeah, well, it's a little bit of backstory, but it's also it's encouragement. It's just your team is saying, or your ancestors are saying, I'm not sure. I'm going to clarify that Page of Swords. You're going to get a victory. And I think it's a victory, it feels like where you've, things have been kind of up and down and right and left and in and out, and you couldn't feel like anything was settled or like you could depend on it. I feel like that's you're going to have a victory over that, in other words. You're finally going to get liberated from this toxic thing, which we know is happening, right? Yep. All that's, I think that deceit, all that's going behind you. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. You've been knocked down, but some in my life can't believe I got back up. That's what we do. Hence the word transformation. Do you know that Scorpios are the only zodiac sign that has 3 symbols that represent us? We go through more transformations in a lifetime than any of the other signs. Thank y'all for hitting those hearts. Thank you, Mish. That's good clarification so people know what's going on here. Yes, Maria, it absolutely can. I hear that a good bit, that multiple people have come into the chat here and said, oh, that's my story too. So it does happen. Yes, Deborah, that's true. And that's right, Desi. The thing with Scorpios is we go through. We have the scorpion, we have the eagle, and we have the phoenix. And those are different stages of our evolution. So at one stage, we act as the scorpion. And as we evolve, we become the eagle. We take more of that eagle's view of what's going on in our lives, a little bit more detached view. And then as we evolve further, we become the phoenix. So all the rubble and ashes, we rise from that even better. And so depending on where you are in a particular situation is the Scorpio that you're likely to be, I guess is a way to say that. Oh, Desi, how sweet. Oh, that's sweet. Your dad did that. Yes. Yeah, Mish is going through a really hard time. She's at the end of it. She's at the end of it, but sometimes, right, that's the heart, you know, that dark night of the soul is the heart. It's darkest before the dawn, as the saying goes. Yes. Yep, Mish is a mini-me. Well, I don't know. I don't mean that in that she's less than. I don't mean it that way at all. She's got a lot of gifts, and she's going to be sharing those. She's got to get this mess behind her. Got to get her done. Yeah. Spirit's just affirming. Nothing new here tonight. They're affirming. You're not quite at your new beginning, but you're in. It's almost here. You know what I talk about with cards fall sideways, right? It's in transition. It's coming. It's coming, Mish. Right now, you're feeling like things aren't moving. So this is like no communication. Nothing's moving until I'm in the Ferrari going full speed. So yeah, it's coming. I think, you know, at some point I'm feeling like you're going to feel shot out of a cannon a little bit when things start moving for you, Mish. We do kind of look alike. That's right. If I cut my hair short, we absolutely would. And I've been thinking about that. You know, I taught you. Ooh, look at that, Desi. Oh, my goodness. Y'all look just fitting right in here. What else you want to tell my sweet Mish? Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, this is not about love. It's not a love reading, so we're not looking at it that way. And I love how this felt. Your new beginning is not quite here, but it's coming. So you're not able to move to those calm waters like you want to quite yet, but it's coming. You're on the edge of it. Yep, the truth is a-coming. The clarity is a-coming. The good communication is coming. This is you, Mish. We know. Queen of Swords, right? She is being liberated from this toxic energy. Second time that's come out. You're being liberated. You're going to be putting that behind you. And when you do, you're going to be coming into the energy of this night. This is loving communication, loving feelings, knowing, loving yourself even. I mean, you don't always get that off of this card, but loving yourself, being loved. The world, in other words, around you is going to reflect that once you get these ties cut. Yeah. part of you is ready to explore, but you're kind of still having to sit in this disappointment for a bit. Yep, ready to transform. There you are. Yeah, that's what I feel this is talking about. But it's not just you loving yourself. That's important. But, you know, like we talk about here always with law of manifestation, once you start focusing on that and you start loving yourself, the mirror outside of you changes. And then suddenly everybody you encounter is, I don't mean loving you like a romantic, but I mean everybody you encounter then is treating you in a loving way. Your environment starts to reflect love, your relationships in general. Yeah. Sorry, honey. It's just, yeah, that disappointment. Yep, the moon phase. That means love coming into my... I didn't say that. Yes, I'm not saying a romantic partner. I'm not saying it's not. That card can mean a lot of different things. As I said that, I'm saying that card can mean a lot of different things. The Lover's card pops out. Don't you love tarot? But truly, this is about a choice. This is about a choice. And it falls under this column, which I know you can't see, that started off with not overthinking things, you know, coming out, getting clarity about things in your life. I think this is just, they want to assure you. Yeah, this is for the most part, we already know all this, but can we really have that assurance too much? I don't think so. I think there will be a time when you do get rainbows and unicorns. I think there will be. It's coming. It is coming. I told you you're going to feel like you're shot out of a cannon. So no, I'm not trying to play with you. You could have a little crush. You could. You could. I know. That is funny, don't you think? That's why tarot is such a magical, fun, and funny tool. It cracks me up sometimes. What else can we tell Mish? They were your favorite things as a little girl. Oh. Well, Desi, you don't have to stay here for the whole thing, just so you know. It's lovely when mods can pop in and, you know, we visit too, but don't feel like you have to prop your eyelids open with toothpicks to stay here in the stream. You don't. I never had that expectation. I'm just grateful for when y'all are here and can help. Ooh, that's cool, Jay. Biofreeze. Yes, I've heard really good things about that. In fact, the ladies, not just ladies, people at my gym, there's a new person that started doing a collab with them. Oh, shoot, what's it called? Just cryo. It's like a cryogenics therapy. Well, Desi, I can also refund it, honey, and we can do it another time. I'm happy to do that. Why don't I just do that? I'll just refund. If you did it on PayPal, I can refund it. Yeah. Yeah, you're saying, nope, I am this Queen of Swords, and I'm not putting up with any more of that. And I'm making a strategy. I am making a strategy. I can't wait to see what this next card is, because the way he's looking over at it. No worries, Desi. Thank you, sweetie, for even thinking about that. I'm not worried about it. I promise you. No worries. You go get a good night's sleep, and I hope to see you soon, okay? That's one of the reasons I like it when people can pay on PayPal, because if something happens, not everybody can stay here for 2 or 3 hours waiting, so I like that I can refund if I need to. Can't do that on YouTube. See how he's looking over at her? Can you see that? Seven of Swords looking over at her. I am making a strategy to get free. I'm making a strategy to get liberated, to take care of myself. I mean, look, he's like, looking wantonly. Right now, you're held back. Right now, you're kind of you're dependent on the situation you're in. But we know, that's old news. That's old news. Yeah, this is just telling it. Now the cards are the story's starting to repeat. I know, you don't feel like you've got enough clarity here in this situation because you're juggling too much. You're just overwhelmed, plain and simple. You're overwhelmed right now. Plain and simple. You need to take some time out. When did you meditate this week, Mish? I'm going to put you on the spot. When did you meditate this week? Well, no more juggling, but in the reverse, this means I have so much on my plate, I'm dropping the ball. I can't hold all the balls in the air. It's either or, but I'm just, let me show you. YouTube Police Department, that's fun. That's fun. I love that. Thank you. Thank you for making me smile tonight. That's cool. Oh, Jay, that was a little cold, but all right, I get it. Mish, all right, can I hold them up where you can see them all? So, let's talk about you loving yourself for a second, right? You haven't had clarity. You haven't been able to see your way through. You've been overwhelmed. You couldn't do this. You couldn't really give to yourself. You've had so much, right? But I think that's what's changing. And take time out. find a way to do some self-care. It's not typically what this card means, but that's what I'm hearing for you. Find a way, even if it's just go sit in the tub. You don't have to spend money. Go sit in the tub. Yep, Judgment Day is coming, for sure, for sure. And I mean that in a good way. I know you want me to put some unicorns in here and put, you know, I'm not going to do it. I'm not. You can't make me. I really feel like this is talking about, I'm not saying that can't happen, but I really feel like in this context, this is talking about you and self-love. And again, it's the feeling I get around it is more about when you get clarity, when all this comes, this is your nugget. This is your lemonade that you're making from the lemons. You're learning to love yourself here. You're learning what you will not tolerate. You're learning what boundaries to put up. You're learning about your wounds and how to heal them. You're learning how to manifest. All of those things. You're learning, summed up, means you're learning how to love yourself. And when you do that, yes, you're going to get more of this in all areas. But that card is standing over there on its own. It's not really, so I know you can't see the table, but if this was a love reading, and it came out like this, yes, somebody's coming in to tell you how they feel, but that's not what I ask here. So I won't give you that right now. I love you, but I won't. I won't. Not saying it could have happened. I'm saying that's not this message I'm getting right here, right now for you. Yes, that's it. Ancestors want me to love you. Yes, to love yourself and appreciate where I've come from and hope for the future. Bottom line, if I loved myself before, I wouldn't have stayed married this long, but that's okay. That's right. Don't get stuck there thinking about that past. That's right. That's exactly right. Got to let go of that. Let go of it. I did want to ask real quick what this Page of Swords in reverse was about. What is this Page of Swords in reverse? Yes, you do. Show me what this Page of Swords is, please. This could simply mean stop talking about it. Like if you're talking to people and sharing your story or he said, she said, all that, maybe they're just saying, stop that. You're adding to the problem when you're doing that. I'm not criticizing you. I'm trying to figure out what it's telling me here. Yes, I need to let that go. And if you, yes, and what if I loved myself like you should? Well, there you go. That's the takeaway from all that you've been through. That's the lesson. That's the wound that you're healing with all this heartbreak you've been through. Well, I know, easier said than done, isn't it? Can you tell me? Are you not going to tell me? What is this Page of Swords here, please? Oh my God. I so love that. Your son, who's 9, believe it or not, is giving me a massage and a facial 2 nights in a row, and I was teaching him to use his intuition. Oh my gosh, to God, and that is so awesome. These kids you're raising, oh my gosh, what amazing human beings they're going to turn out to be. So you have nothing more to say to me about this Page of Swords? Maybe that, I think that may be all it is. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's something to, that is an aha. Not being heard by the man, yes. And so what's the opposite of that? That needs to be what your affirmation is. I am seen and heard. I am valued. My words are heard clearly. And my worth is seen and I am valued. What I have to say is important. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just kind of really saying the same thing here. Page of Swords in reverse is clarified by the Moon and the King of Cups. How can I put this? What you can't see. This is something you can't see. No communication, what you can't see. And I could so easily go into something else, but I don't feel like that's what this is talking about here. I think because of the way the card fell underneath this. Stop talking about, stop ruminating on what you can't see and fears you have around somebody in your life that you care about. Can you read between the lines there? I'm not saying let him go. I'm saying that some kind of what you're you can't see that. You can't see it. And you've got fears about it. And this could be you. You can't even see, you're afraid. Yeah. Yeah. You're afraid to really to feel your feelings. Justifiably so. But there's an end to, and I love this, Knight of Cups in reverse, Knight of Cups in the upright. There's an end to this feeling like you have to hold your feelings back. Yeah, you're moving on from that. You are moving on from that. And you're going into this, the Queen of Cups. You're moving toward the Queen of Cups. Yes, feeling your feeling, being okay, giving your love again. I just feel like I'm rambling here. I'm not going there. I'm not going there about your ex. No, it didn't feel that way. I know that would have been a real easy leap, but every time I went there in my mind, the energy kept saying, no, no, no. That was too easy. No, that's not what this means. So that's why I kept sitting and taking my time, trying to get what they're telling me here. And then when I looked at the bottom of the deck and all these came out, it made a little bit more sense. Yeah. I'm not making this about anybody but you. It was clear to me when I started to pull these cards, your ancestors wanted to talk about you, not other people, not your love life, your old one or your new one. They wanted to talk about you. Well, I was tempted to go, I mean, you know, I'm so used to doing love readings where that would have been an easy leap. But I just felt energetically they were saying no. Feeling my feeling as I'm used to my feelings as a map. So cleanse a reset so I can feel. See, you've got much better language skills than I do. Yes. That's an excellent way to put it. Yes. Because I know with your gifts, it's been hard. It's between what you've been going through and what you've been through, because I know a little bit about that too. It's harder to let go with your feelings, but that's where you're headed, and so that's, I think, why they're saying let go a little bit. Not all at once. You don't have to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Because I'm feeling more of an ease into it, let go a little bit every day, open up a little bit every day, embrace your feelings a little bit every day. Like I said, don't, try to do it all at once. That would be overwhelming. Yeah, I'm sure you have had to turn your feelings off to survive. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, it's not easy, Mish, but you're going to get through this. You're going to get through this. And remember what we talked about? Sometimes it's I've said this before, the analogy of the baby bird, that this bird lays a nest and the birds are there, and this person walks out every day and looks at the nest and the birds and the eggs in the nest and is eager to see the baby birds hatch. And then one day the little crack starts to form in the egg, and well-intentioned, the person says, oh, well, let me help this little baby bird and I'll open the egg so it, it doesn't have to struggle. Well, and then the baby bird falls from the nest and doesn't survive. And the moral of that story is, it is the struggle that makes our wings strong enough to fly. Yes, Mish, and you will do that. I'm not saying you need to do that now or anytime real soon, but it is coming. It's a matter of, easing into it. Easing into it. Let it happen naturally. Don't look for it. I don't think you would anyway. But ease into that. When people show up, take a moment, take some breaths, feel what's going on with them. If they speak to you in a way that they're like asking for help, then you open up. But don't, just take it on otherwise, because it's too much. It's too much. Yeah, not quite yet. Yep, down the road. For sure, for sure. Nish, I don't know. I don't think that was a whole lot of whatever tonight for you, but I think just encouragement. Yeah, that's a good place to start with your kids, for sure. Although sometimes, in some ways, that's harder because they're your kids and you know them. In some ways it's easier, but some ways it's harder. Yes. Yes. Protect your energy. Yes. I really think, too, another way to another way to look at that, in addition to protection, is naturally being strong enough that you don't have to think about protection. It's more about, I know I'm strong enough to handle anything, so I don't have to worry about that, but you're not there yet. You're still healing. You are still healing. No, Nishant, I am not an astrologer. Excuse me. Okay, so let me see. Mish, I'm going to talk to you Friday, right? So day after tomorrow, we'll visit more. Yes, you definitely could. Yep, there are a lot on my team. Yeah, and that's just your ancestors. That's not even your angels and your guides. So yeah, you got a full house over there. I love that, Deborah. Oh, that's a great story. I don't know, Noelle. Who banded Noelle? Can you give them an answer, please? To my mods. Who banded Noelle? Noelle wants to know why. So whoever did that, could you answer, please? Yeah, I think let's to be continued on Friday. How about that? Well, Ruth, I would say that, but Desi said Desi's back. Let me see 1 second. Let me look at something real quick. Okay. Ruth, I guess so. No, Desi said she was back. She was back while brushing her teeth. Okay. But I think we've decided we were going to refund her and do her another night. So let's do you, Ruth. What's your question? Okay, what's about to happen? Are we talking love or health or job? Give me a little bit of direction there. That's a real big topic. Are you asking if a meteor's about to fall on the planet? Tongue in cheek. What's about to happen in what category for you? Y'all, I got some new mascara and I really loved it. I just put it on tonight for you ladies. In your life, or moving on, or finance. Okie dokie. Thank you, Ruthie. What deck for Ruth tonight? Well, which one? This one or this one? I might need some spectacles. All right. We want to know, please, what's coming next for Ruth in life, for moving or finance? Coming clean. Okay. Are you deceiving yourself about something, Ruth? Or do you feel like you've been deceived about something? Or do you feel like you need to make amends or somebody else might need to make amends? Show me, please, what's coming toward Ruth in life for moving on or finance. Your mom needs toward you, yeah. Ruth, sometimes, and I know you've been here before, you know, tarot gives me the backstory before it answers my question. So you might have to help me out with the timeline on this. But I've got a hermit here, and that talks about isolation. So I'm not sure if you're saying, I might, excuse me, I might get more clarity on that when the other cards come out. Oh, I see. Yeah, family and home, you're feeling a little codependent and held back from that. And you're hurt over that, right. Maybe feeling manipulated. Because I'm not sure if this is saying you've been pulling back or you need to pull back and isolate a little bit. But let's keep going here. Oh, Arlene, you're so sweet. Can I do one more? I think if Desi, I'm going to not do Desi's tonight. I might can do one more. Yeah, I'll do one more, but then, because I had closed them, but then she had to go on to bed, so. All right, well, you have the skills to do what you need to do here, to manifest what you need to do. That's the Magician. I know you can't see the card, sorry, because I get them all the way across here, but I will show them to you. So we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse, the Hermit in reverse, the Magician in the upright. So this is saying you've got what it takes to get through this. Oh, love that. Aw, and here's the happiest card in the deck. So the sun is about to be shining for you. That's fabulous. Oh, I like that. You know, I've got this feeling of a turnaround. I don't really have a specific card, but it's probably saying after you take this time out, Ruth, is when this is going to happen. It's going to manifest into happiness. So you, yeah. I know, thank goodness. Yes, you've been disappointed, we know. But this Four of Pentacles is not just about that. It's also about reevaluation, taking time out to think about it. Sometimes it even means meditation, contemplation. Do you want those? All those? Okay. I think you've been saving your money, and Spirit's saying keep doing that. Keep putting a little bit back here and there as you can. I'm also feeling a message here for you about conserving your energy. Even though this is typically about money, it's about conservation too. So conserving your energy, I'm not sure what that applies to. Does that make sense for you, Ruth? Are you overdoing it a bit? Because good luck is coming. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. This is awesome. Good luck is coming for sure. For sure, for sure. But right now, I think you may be feeling a little, yes, okay. Yeah, because I think you're feeling a little overdone, you know. Left that turkey in the oven too long, right? Overcommitted, a lack of balancing, overwhelmed. You know, in the upright, he's juggling, but in the reverse, it's saying, I have too much. I can't keep it all the balls in the air. It's too much. And this juggling you've been doing may have made you a bit on the cold side, to be honest, Ruth. And maybe you felt like you had to be that way. Sometimes we just have to do what we have to do to get through something, don't we, Ruth? Yeah, too much bad right now. Oh, too much bad in you right now. Oh, makes me sad for you, Ruth. You know, this, I think you could also feel like maybe you've been like easily influenced, almost to the point of being manipulated here, and that's kind of what's made you feel this way, this cold-hearted, or put you in that state. There's something here you've not been able to move on from. Okay, so we kind of know all this. Can you give me something for future? How about that? Good, I like that. Yes. Well, this is good news, Ruth. We've got the Four of Wands. That's celebration. That's harmony in the home. It can even be homecoming, marriage, coming together, community. I love that. Yes. What's coming? So this is, I'm going to put this up here, and that's past and present. Now what's coming toward Ruth? Yes, thank you, you're welcome. What else? Yeah, you're tired of this. No more bickering, no more fighting. I'm putting all that down. Yes, agreeing to disagree. That's a good way to put that. So this situation that you've been dealing with, agree to disagree, but just put it down. Don't, you know, it takes two to fight, as that saying goes. Johnny, you're so sweet. Thank you. Like my fun new glasses. I finally gave in and went and got like 5 pair of drugstore glasses, and they're all kind of a little different. These are blue, hence why I have a blue on tonight. Ooh, that's a lot. We'll take those though. Oh, love that. Yeah. Wishing on a star, hopes and dreams. Keep your hope alive. Having faith. Things are coming to light here for you, Ruth. I love that. Yes, things are being illuminated now. And if you had any insecurities, maybe those are coming out a little bit, but that's okay. If they're coming out where you can look at them and overcome them, right? Now, I do have a Page of Cups here. So, he's in reverse. So this may be saying maybe you're just a little tentative about sharing your emotions right now, because I don't think they've been honored over here in this situation, to be honest. I think you're feeling a little insecure. Yep. I think you're feeling insecure because of the situation where you didn't feel, and maybe even now, you may be feeling like things aren't balanced financially for you yet. Maybe there's strings attached to the money, your money right now. Oh gosh, Ruth, that's so kind. Thank you. Well, I'm glad you're here too. But guess what? This is coming to an end. This is coming to an end. Spirit's saying it's the end of that cycle. I love that. Yes, it's the end of that cycle. The end of these dreams being shattered. The broken family, the domestic disharmony. That's another meaning for this in the reverse. That is coming to an end. Oh, I do love that. And that's true in the money, okay? True about the money. I really think this is the most important card here. Spirit's saying, don't give up, Ruth. Keep your faith alive. Keep your dreams alive. Don't give up. This cycle that you've been going through is coming to an end. I know you are ready. I know you're ready. I feel that. I feel a lot of frustration in your energy, Ruth. But guess what? You're going to get mental clarity here. This is clarity and truth. Excuse me. This can also be new ideas, things to get excited about. I love that. Yes. So look, after this unhappiness, an end is coming to that. And clarity is coming behind that. I love that. Yeah. All that's coming to an end. What is ending? What is ending here? This injustice that you've been feeling. And oh, I love this. Judgment. Reconciling in the broader, bigger sense. Not like reconciling with a lover, but reconciling. This is awakening, spiritual awakening. Judgment can be karma too, good karma, because it's in the upright. Yeah, redemption, forgiveness. Oh, I love that. It can also sometimes represent an inner calling. So you may be getting clarity about some kind of an inner calling, Ruth. Maybe there's something that you kind of, I'm feeling this, not from the tarot cards, but just my own intuition. I think there may be something you've been wanting to do. It may be this inner calling you've been wanting to do and you've been putting off. Like, I can't do that now because I've got to deal with this situation over here. And I think you've just had to put it down for right now. That's right. Oh, God, Ruth, you're so sweet. Oh. Y'all just too good to me, too good. Thank you. Thank you, Ruth. I appreciate you so much for saying that. Yeah, this is, sorry, show you the cards. Nine of Swords. Now, sometimes in the traditional tarot, like that can mean disappointing news. Like you've had to deal with a lot of that, I think, in this situation. But it also talks about communication, fast thinking, fast movement, moving forward fast. Ruth, everything you've told me has been on point. Wow. Well, I'm blessed. You must have some really good guides up there working with you, Ruth, that have helped me do that for you. I don't take credit. I'll take a little bit of credit. I take credit for showing up. Thank you, Mish. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yep, that's my, I don't know what to call that, not motto, but if I can't show up with integrity, I'm not coming. Not showing up. You're always in a rush. Yeah, it kind of feels that energy. Now, another meaning is driven to succeed. I think it's just driven right now. I think you're just driven like you got to go, push to get things done. One thing after the other is what it feels to me like. Oh, God, Ruth, that is so kind. A special person and glad. Well, I'm glad you're here too, honey. You've added so much to our tribe. The energy here is better for you being here, and I mean that sincerely. You know, the moderators and I talk about that. I personally am grateful that we are attracting people like you, sincere people, caring people, and you always contribute so positively to other people here in our chat, and I'm grateful for that. That's the community I want to build. It's not about numbers and how many subscribers, it's the quality. It's quality over quantity for me. Mama darling. Oh, I love that. Y'all call me that. It makes me smile every time I see it. What else for Ruth? Well, of course, your feelings weakened by all of this. Right. I know you've had, yeah, you've been shaken. Your cage is rattled, so to speak, by all of this. Insecurity, low energy, self-doubt, loss of confidence even. Yeah, I just feel, you know what, Ruth, when I tune in, you feel drained to me. Your energy feels low and you feel drained. Like you feel, I just don't know how much longer I can do this. It's kind of what I'm getting. But there's hope. Don't give up. Don't give up. This is just kind of tell me what you're dealing with. But here's the important message. There's an end coming to this unhappiness. And you've got the judgment and good karma coming in. I love that for you. Crochet Queen is back. Good evening, darling. How are you? I love this. Look. Oh, Ruth, yes. And very soon, this is what you're going to be experiencing. Celebration, friendship, camaraderie, creativity, community. Oh, yes, and happiness. Oh, yes, yes. Yeah, you've had to let go and just surrender to this whole situation. I know, but you've got something coming in. You got good stuff coming, Ruth. Don't you give up. Don't you dare give up. Not on my watch. Yeah, I know. You feel like all this is blocked, like your creativity's blocked. Again, you've lost your confidence. You're not feeling your self-worth. Well, okay, Ruth, I got to talk to you about this because the message is kind of starting to repeat now. So this is something you can do something about. And you know I always talk about law of attraction here on my channel. So I think you need to do a little self-love and self-evaluation here. You need to turn this around. You need to turn this around because it came out in the reverse. That means doing some homework about loving yourself and about being honored, about all the good things that you want, saying that in a positive way so that you do love you do love yourself. Is that what you're responding to? Well, I'm not saying you don't, but apparently you need to do a little more of that. There's something there's something you're blocking here to receive this Empress in the upright. There's a block, and I'm trying to see if I can tune in. You need to love me. Yes. Well, that has nothing to do with you being lovable or not being lovable, right? Hey, I'm skinny. I could go there too, but I'm not. You need to start with, no matter, it's not about what you look like, Ruth. Remember, law of attraction. It's how you feel about you, and then the world will reflect that. It will mirror back. So you have to find a way to love you, no matter. Hey, we're all flawed in one way or another. We're human. That's part of the human experience. And that's part of the challenge of being a human, is accepting ourselves where we are and loving ourselves where we are enough to turn that energy around and change our point of attraction. That's essentially what we have to do here. So when you do that, that's going to shift all this other energy back here. That's maybe that's the truth here that's coming out for you. Is, listen, you are lovable. Has nothing to do with whether you're big or you're small or you're tall or you're short. Nothing to do with that. You are lovable. And I know I've talked to you about this before, or you've heard me say it here. Watch Abraham Hicks videos. I think you'll feel good and positive about yourself, and you'll pick up some really, really good tools about life and how to change that, how to pivot and change that into some positive things for yourself. And she has some wonderful tapes or videos, not tapes, dating myself, videos about like rampages, how to kind of start that. It's a great thing to start your day with, but any time of day. What else? I really feel that's the crux of this for you. You've got good things. You got good things, Ruth, waiting to come in here. But Spirit's saying you just have to turn this around. You got to turn that around. Start believing you are worthy of all this good stuff. Then it'll come in faster too. Did you crochet? You got one of these smaller ones, the pocket decks? Which one did you get? Did you get the traditional? I have 3. I'll take a little quick sidebar here. I have, if I can hold them. This is the regular rider weight. This is the mini rider weight, pocket size. And then I have the regular light seers. And the pocket size light seer. Oh, wait a minute. And then I won't pull it out, but this is the Radiant Wise Tarot. I have the regular size and the mini in that one. So I love them. And they're nice to, if you travel, you can bring the smaller ones too. I like those. Light Seer, yes. I like the Light Seer a lot. It's one of my favorite decks. Oh, I can't pick that up right now. So, Ruth, I think we've kind of come full circle back to your situation is going to be, your difficult situation is going to be ending soon, but in order for these good things to come in after that ending, I want you to come back to Mish. Gonna have words with you about that. Come back to self-worth and valuing yourself, Ruth. That's very, very important for you to be able to bring in these new beginnings. I'm hearing new friendships too. New friendships. I feel that strongly. You're going to be making some new friends, but you have to kind of, because you've lost, this is another card of losing confidence in yourself. So Ruth, that's your homework. I want you to promise me, oh honey, you're a blessing for me too. Promise me you're going to, even if you just go on YouTube and if you do a search for motivational videos, I think there's so many good ones out there. Some are better than others, but hey, when we're not feeling good about ourselves, any of those can help, right? It's very important. You reach out and get help where you can, is what I think, how I feel about that. So, and I know you're here on YouTube, so that's a resource for you. Yeah, I'm trying to pick it up. So let's turn these around, get your strength back, get your feeling good about yourself again. And you've got lots to celebrate. You got new friends coming in. I mean, I just feel that real strongly off of this. Community. Yep. Spirit just wants you to focus on getting your confidence back, Ruth. Loving yourself again. And not just saying the words. Not just saying the words, to really feeling that love for yourself. Really respecting yourself for what you've been through. Appreciating yourself for what you've been through and what you are going through. It's not easy being a human being. Give yourself, a little pat on the back for having survived and having gone through and what you're still going through. I know you're still going through it, so be kind. We give grace to everybody but ourselves sometimes, y'all. And it's just as important, maybe more important, to give grace to ourselves. You are very welcome, Ruth. It's my pleasure. So there's a thing. Now, doesn't mean you can't have it, but Mish, there's this, it's not necessarily my belief, but it goes around the tarot community that if you're thinking about learning tarot, it's really wonderful if your first tarot deck is a gift. And you remember I sent you an email and asked you what your address was? There was a reason I asked that. And we will talk about more Friday. So, okay guys, I think that, and I'm going to do Desi another night. I think that's that. I love that, Deborah. Deborah said, I just told a friend, excuse me, yesterday that we need to give ourselves grace. Amen. Oh, we give it to everybody but ourselves, don't we, Deborah? We just kind of forget it. It's not that we do that on purpose. We're just gracious people, but we forget to turn that and share it with ourselves, I think. I know you didn't know. I've already forgiven you. I know you didn't. Mish, I know you didn't. I just love giving you a hard time, don't you? Because I love you. Yes, Jay, agreed. It's bedtime. He knows when I get tired, I start doing this. Okay, guys, I love y'all to pieces. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight and sharing your good energy with me. I'll be back in a couple of days. I don't know when, but just look for me. Be sure you have your notifications turned on. And I will see y'all soon. Many blessings, everybody. Yes, we are, Deborah. Awesome, Crochet Queen. That's awesome. You did a reading and it was bang on. That's so cool. I'm glad you're enjoying that. And I'm also glad that was a good experience, kind of first out. Okay, guys, you're welcome. Kimberly, thank you for being here. Love y'all too. Many blessings, everybody. Good night.